So this is our first story of the night. If you like ice cream, please give me an ice cream emoji. And then tell me what your favorite ice cream flavor is. So for me, I'm a very simple girl. I love a good vanilla, like a quality French vanilla. I also I also like chocolate chip cookie dough, cookies and cream, anything with like some type of chocolate mix with the vanilla. But I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? And specifically, what is your favorite Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavor? Okay. For me, Ben and Jerry's, my go-to is half baked. What about y'all? Anyway, but Ben and Jerry's ice cream has been around for a long time. How many of you guys have ever gone to when they have their free, they used to have their free scoop day, and people would stand in line for like an hour to get one free scoop of Ben and Jerry's ice cream? Anyway, Ben and Jerry's, they have been in business since, hold on, let me go here. They've been in business for 47 years. All right. And if you know anything about Ben and Jerry's, they were always very vocal about their activism and speaking out about injustices in the world, right? And they've been doing it for 47 years. However, recently Jerry in September left the company, and he said that he did that because he can no longer in good conscience remain with Ben and Jerry's because the brand's independence to speak out on social issues has been stifled under their parent company. So while Ben and Jerry's started as an independent company, at a certain point, they sold the company to Unilever that owns a lot of brands that we know. But Ben and Jerry's, they were still the face, right? Because everybody, Ben and Jerry's, the two guys. So they kept Ben and Jerry's as the face, but Ben and Jerry's has been owned by Unilever, which is also the same company that makes those Magnum ice cream bars. So he says that they had an agreement that was supposed to allow him and Ben to have autonomy to speak out whatever they wanted. Um, and he says that autonomy has eroded. He says that if the company can't live up to its founding values, it's not worth remaining part of it. Okay. He said he has to stay true to his mission of justice, equity, and human dignity. He said that the Ben and Jerry's brand, the activism was central to their identity, and he feels that their voice has been silenced or sidelined because of their corporate constraints, meaning because they sold their company to Unilever, because Unilever has the ultimate key to Ben and Jerry's now, they can kind of dictate what Ben and Jerry can be out there talking about on behalf of the brand, right? So Ben and Jerry's, they've had issues. They've wanted to speak out about the Israeli occupation. They haven't been able to. And even though their merger agreement said that they would still be able to continue their advocacy, they said Jerry says that those protections have been undermined. Okay. Now again, remember, Unilever owns Ben and Jerry's. They are also folding it into their new corporate structure under the Magnum Ice Cream Company. If you've seen the Magnum ice creams at your grocery store or wherever, your 7-Eleven, just give me a star in the comments, okay? Now, here's what Unilever has to say, okay? They're saying that they appreciate what Jerry's contributions, but they don't feel like they have silenced him. And then on the other side, Ben emphasized that legacy just to be true to the value. And I think Ben is just staying there because he wants to at least fight and get Ben and Jerry's back where it was. But Jerry is like, you know what? We've been doing this for 47 years. I'm not going to have these new people telling me how I'm going to act in the company that I founded, and they don't stay true to my values, right? So this is what, especially today, brands, people are not just buying your product, they are buying into your values. They're buying into you. Ben and Jerry's, it's more than an ice cream brand. They have always positioned themselves as a values driven entity, that they are activists and that they care about social causes. Okay. And now that they are not allowed, or that they claim that they are being stifled by the parent company, they're like, we don't want no parts. Okay. Now, how could this affect Unilever? Because people love Ben and Jerry's ice cream so much, because they like and a lot of people like Ben and Jerry because they are activists, this could backfire on Unilever, because people might say, you know what, y'all did Ben and Jerry's wrong. I ain't buying you stank ass. I ain't buying you stank Magnum ice cream, right? So Unilever has some, cleaning up to do in terms of their reputation. And then also, it's like you're trying to change the whole culture of Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's were like have always been seen as like these hippie guys who cared about social justice. We don't get that from Unilever. So Jerry's like, you know what? This don't fit my vibe. I'm out, y'all. So understand that when you guys are building your brands, right, there are core values that are associated with your brands, and that is what people buy into. So as you grow, you want to make sure that, yes, you're going to grow, you're going to change, you're going to elevate, but you still need to stay true to your core values. What is the mission of your brand, right? Because that is what people are buying into these days. But we wish Ben and Jerry's all the luck in the world. Like, I don't even know if I want to buy Ben and Jerry's now, because I didn't even know that they had been sold to Unilever. So now I'm thinking maybe I need to switch ice cream brands. Is anybody else thinking about switching ice cream brands? I know I am, but that's just me. Okay. Let me see if I can share what I'm having people. All right. So let's take this down.